Do you want to have a spooky paranormal discussion with us? Come join us. Warning, this show is for entertainment purposes only. The views and opinions expressed are theories, folklore, historical, fantastical, and speculation, and not to be taken as pure fact. Viewer discretion is advised. Melanie, Lightbeam, and the Shamrock Pixie join forces together to bring you paranormal, strange, unusual, scary, spooky, or just overall unbelievable stories and discussions. Viewer discretion is advised. This is an open talk show discussing all things paranormal. We encourage audience participation. So sit back, grab some popcorn, share out to your friends. Together, we can explore the paranormal. Don't forget, subscribe to everyone, hit that like button, share out, or for super chats as a thank you. Have fun and enjoy. Welcome to the show. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
I was like jamming back there.
Hello and good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night. Let's get chatting. It is our paranormal hour. It's more than an hour, usually a couple hours, but we got myself. We got Shamrock, Pixie, Des is in the house. And we are not doing Mermaids and Sirens. We decided that we are pushing that to next week because we need to talk about some of the after effects of that eclipse. We had that big eclipse show last week where we were talking about the rapture, the end of the world, the biblical prophecies, and then we get to talk about what actually did happen because there was some interesting things. But first, Des has an announcement. I haven't.
Okay, so I'm not sure how to say it. However, I don't know if you guys know who Cole Bringings Plenty is. He is a Native American who just recently passed away, and his tribe is asking everybody for support by braiding your hair, no matter what nationality you are. So until the 15th, my hair will be braided in memory of him and in honor of him. And I'm hoping that his family has closure, that he just lost his sister 9 months ago, the exact same way. They found him in the woods. They found his sister in the woods 9 months ago. So I'm hoping that justice is served in this situation and that they find out who did this. So just so you know, I'm supporting, Melanie's supporting, and if you yourself would like to support, please braid your hair in honor of him and to help support, to bring justice for him.
Quick braid. I didn't even have a hair tie or anything, but I'm like, I'm going to braid. I'll do a proper braid later on when I actually have all the stuff that I could do it. But this is a quick one for the time being to show support. But I questioned as soon as I saw her hair braided. I'm like, are you doing it just naturally? Or are you doing it for the tribe? And I'm like, okay, let's make that announcement because that's important enough to make that announcement. Hello, Paper and Moose. Welcome to the show. So now I know we're still waiting for people to come in, but I am going to toss out some questions to everybody. I'm also going to toss out some questions to Des, because the first thing I want to know is either the day of the eclipse or after the eclipse, have you noticed any changes within yourself?
Honestly,
I have.
Not really for me per se. I do, like, I know that like during it, I tell you the bet. I got a bug in my butt to clean out my car.
Hey, that is a sign of cleaning. Okay, what they're saying, I was leading into a conversation. They're saying that two opposite extremes are happening right now after the eclipse. Either you are getting so full of energy, you have the desire, you have motivation, you have this new sense that you want to clean, do things. That's person number one. Person number two, like me, lethargic, unmotivated, exhaustion, tired, migraine, headache, moodiness. I mean, we're talking. Paper Moose says time feels a bit off. That is actually my second question. My second question is, how does time feel for you? Has it been speeding up? Has it been slowing down? Has it just been seeming like something's wrong? Because for me, I can no longer tell time. Time to me is non-existent. I mean, like yesterday, I slept all day long. That's not like me. I slept the entire day. Today, I was actually up, motivated, and doing things, but there was no concept of time for me. It was not making sense.
That's interesting.
People have been complaining of nausea, of vertigo, of gastric issues, headaches. Now, it just so happens I'm down in Texas. We were in the path of the eclipse. There was a string of storms that currently the storms are now in South Carolina, but it's literally going the entire path of the eclipse. Tornadoes, storms, hail. I mean, I had hail. It was raining hail, which I had to be careful with. I slept through it. It was amazing. I completely slept through the storm, which is usually unlike me because I hate storms. And usually I'm like shaking in fear when there's thunder, lightning. Nope. I slept through it like a baby. And now, unfortunately, the devastation is in South Carolina. So if you're in the South Carolina area, I hope everybody is okay. Because, but as Des told me, it's tornado season.
Yeah, so, it's that time of the year. It's that season for tornadoes. So, I mean, it is going to pick up. We just happen. I personally believe it's a coincidence. Tommy believes too that it's a coincidence with all the storms because tornado. You know, it's tornado season. So,
but here's the question: what about the earthquake? Rumble, rumble, rumble.
That I don't know. That's a little weird.
Since when does New York, New Jersey have an earthquake? Now, okay, they've had earthquakes in the past. I remember there was an earthquake when I was in New York, and it was only like a 1.2 earthquake. You felt it, but it was barely. This was a 4.8, I think it was 4.6, whatever the number was. That's a pretty serious earthquake.
Oh, 4.8.
4.8, thank you. 4.8 earthquake. And thank you, Renee. I wasn't too sure. So we could call Paper and Moose Renee for sure.
I will try my hardest to remember that. I'm very bad with names, but I will try.
I'm bad with names too. I have the habit where I will call people strictly by their screen name. This way it doesn't confuse. Oh, you're in Jersey? Felt that here in Jersey. First time experienced that for. Well, the epicenter was Jersey. But it felt it in Connecticut. They felt it down in Philly, like the whole
Pennsylvania
area.
Yeah, the whole state of Pennsylvania, I guess, felt it. It just kind of like traveled.
So far, we're having a rash of storms. We had the earthquake, and the weather patterns is just weird. I mean, the first thing that I said was during the eclipse, almost the entire eclipse was cloudy. Texas, you saw it beautiful. But up in the States, almost every single state was a complete cloud cover. And I find that very, very interesting. Now, the first question I mentioned to a lot of people is, did you see the chemtrails before the eclipse? So in other words, up until 2 days, 3 days beforehand, did you see a lot of those planes with the chemtrails going all over the place? Because usually when you start seeing those X's and those I don't know what you would call those cloud lines in the sky. Call them whatever you want. I call them chemtrails, but those cloud lines.
That's what most people call them.
Yes, that's usually a sign that it's going to rain. And I always say, pay attention to those. When you see them doing that, within 2 to 3 days, you're going to get cloudy. You're going to get rain. So I think that's what was happening in the whole area. Because what were they covering? That's the thing. What was the secret that they were covering? Why were they covering the eclipse? So
I'm not sure.
I have a bunch of questions that I'm questioning because obviously everybody witnessed this in some fashion. Some people saw it live. Some people see it via pictures. Other people see it via videos and stuff like that. So my first question that I'm tossing out is, why is it that when I try to Google the eclipse, it will only show me up to the point of totality, but none of the news programs show it coming out of totality. In other words, it'll show the eclipse going in, it'll show the totality, and then they break the news as if it's not interesting. That's one of the questions I have. And I've been searching for videos. Now I can find videos on like YouTube and TikTok and stuff like that from amateur. I'm talking mainstream media. I want to see the actual eclipse going all the way in and then all the way out. And all of the mainstream medias that I'm seeing when I click on every single video is they're showing the eclipse going in, they show the totality, and then that's it. Show over. So that's question number one that I have. And the reason I have question number one is because when you start turning to amateur videos, something really weird is going on with the eclipse. And I have a video, and I believe Des has a couple of videos as what? Okay. Yes, Renee, good point. From what I have seen, it looked like coming out of totality was a few seconds, and then boom, the moon is gone. Exactly. Because one of the big questions is, okay, I will show videos of this, but I'm just going to use an example of, I don't know why I've got a Dunkin' High. Here, I got this and I got peanut butter. Why not? Let's do this. So let's just say this is the sun. Let's say this is the moon. You're laughing at me. I'm here. I'll do it this way so it's two different colors. Okay, so we got the sun and moon. So my question is, if we got happy little moon, and happy little moon is coming, saying, hi, Mr. Sun, hi, Mr. Sun. You see the moon, right? And then all of a sudden, it kisses the sun, it blocks the sun, and say, hi, Mr. Sun, and then it's supposed to continue on and on. What I don't understand is, hello, Bud Files, welcome to the show. And this is a genuine question. Why can't we see the sun? Why can't we see the moon in his happy little face coming towards the sun saying, hey, Mr. Sun, I'm coming near you? Why can't we see that? All we see is you see the sun, you start seeing the crescent, you start seeing the crescent, you start seeing the crescent, you see the totality, and then all of a sudden video stops because nobody wants to show anything, and then they don't show the end, but you should be continuing to see the moon in the sky. Why do we not see the moon at all? And if anybody has their apps, their sun and moon app, during the eclipse, you should have seen that there was no way that the sun and moon crossed over each other. They were next to each other. Nowhere in the apps of where it shows the placement of the sun and moon did it show that they actually overlap. So that's something to question. So if it wasn't the moon, what was covering the sun? Des is like, I have no idea. I want to show a video. I'm going to show a video. And I know, Des, you said you had some videos too. Mm-hmm. This is a video I want to show because I think this is a great angle. Let me share my screen. All right. Yes, this is a TikTok video. I just like the way this particular one shows. Okay. So can we see that? Yes, you guys can see that. All right. I'm going to play this and let's just take a look at this.
Might want to take the thing down at the bottom.
Oh, sorry. All right, so what the hell happened where it looks like the moon is going backwards? It's like it's going behind and the sun is doing a 180. Why aren't we seeing the moon coming out on the side? That's what I don't understand. I
don't know.
That was a very quick video. Do we need to see that again, or because I'll play it one more time just for the hell of it? But it's like, just take a look at it like very, very carefully, and it's like, what is going on between the sun and the moon? Yep. All right, here we go. Let me play it one more time. There's your totality right there. And then look at there's a hesitation in the totality. And now all of a sudden, wait, what just happened? Did that just do like a complete turnaround? I mean, it literally looks like the sun is turning around. It doesn't look like something is going around. It looks like it's turning around going behind it. So that's a weird little look. Okay, yes, I did play it again, Renee. So if anybody could explain that, I would love to hear what happened with that little thing. But any national, you go to NASA, you go to any of the major television networks, and you look at their eclipse footage, they do not show anything past totality. They don't show it disappearing. They will show the diamond ring effect, which is called the Bailey's beads. They show that, but they don't show the moon disappearing. And I'm like, I want to see it on CNN. I want to see it on Fox News. I want to see it on one of the major stations showing me the moon disappearing and going away. Nobody's showing it. And I wonder why they're not showing it.
Yeah, I don't know. We ended up catching it.
Ta-da! Mothership Mother Sports is in
Hey, Dwayne.
Wayne is in the house.
I don't know. We ended up catching it maybe in the middle.
Okay.
Or maybe when it just started or something. And I have like a 3 and a something minute video. And I actually forgot about the eclipse on Monday. I got to a point where I was like, we were outside. It was nice outside. So we were like, okay, Tommy did something. Oh, he was working on his truck. And I was like, okay, we're going to clean out my car. Like we did top to bottom clean. I got all the garbage out from the winter, all the icky rock salt and stuff like that. Yeah, we did. We survived. Dwayne messaged right after. He's like, "Did you survive?" I'm like, "Yes, we did."
But see, we had to talk about some of the weird stuff that happened because I think this is important because this was a great there's some weird stuff and I have some other weird things. But you felt compelled to clean
my car out.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
I was gonna do it eventually, but I just for some reason was like, okay, well, maybe Tommy wasn't working. I don't know. I don't remember how it started. I just know that all of a sudden I started cleaning out my car, and I mean we vacuumed, and I ended up blowing my speakers out, and that was not fun. I don't know how I ended up doing that, but who knows? I got new speakers today. Tommy put new.
Oh, that's good. They got new. Yes, installed.
Yeah, put new speakers in my car today, and now I got to get the front ones because
no testing out going boom, 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 boom. Don't test the bass out.
No, the front ones sound like they're about ready to.
So now aliens talk to you into cleaning.
Not cleaning everything.
That's what happened. That's what happened. Some people got the cleaning, motivation, energetic bug. Other people got the headache, migraine, I'm falling asleep, I'm dead to the world bug. That was me. I no motivation whatsoever. I couldn't. I was non-functioning the past couple of days. In fact, I don't even think I existed yesterday. In my head, today does not seem like it's Thursday. Like, it really doesn't seem like it's Thursday at all.
Well, yesterday, Tommy was like, well, when is you and Melanie's live tonight? And I'm like, it's Wednesday. And he's like, it's Wednesday? And I'm like, yeah, we do our show on Thursday. Tonight is Melanie and Susanna. And then he's like,
that was yesterday you were talking about? Yeah, which yesterday we had to cancel the show. But we're going to redo the show tomorrow. I got the this is kind of boring bug.
I do have to say, though, when I realized that while we were cleaning the car, when I realized, I was like, oh, crap, because I didn't know what time it was starting. And so I kind of forgot about it. And but right in the middle of all of a sudden, everything just kind of looked weird. Mm-hmm. It looked gray to me, like very, very gray. Tommy said it was like I don't even know if he's watching right now. Like I don't know. There was just like this weird color in the area.
Do you remember if it was cloudy or was it bright and sunny?
Or
you don't really remember?
Well, it was bright and sunny when we started.
Right.
I actually have a video. Let me pull it up.
Let's see the video. I would love to see it.
If I spelled it wrong, my bad. Here we go.
Okay, add to. Oh yeah, you're bright and sunny, and there is clouds and stuff, but you're good.
Yep, I did turn the sound off because I want to. Are you buying plants, dear? Like, I don't know what color that would be, but right about here is where it looked gray to me.
Okay.
It started looking gray, and I know, but I also have the shade thing, so shades are pretty funky for me. So that was the end of that one, and then I have this one. Oh, let me pause it.
And Tommy's in the house. Hello. I'm watching an auction at the same time.
Yeah, he's buying plants. All right. So here's the
perfect.
One.
You could see, okay, we could clearly see the eclipse on there. So now let's see if any anomalies happen.
Forgive the shakiness because I actually handed the phone over to Jaslyn because I wanted to get Tommy's.
Oh, that's a nice picture. I like that.
But that's how our sky was during
yes.
It was so weird. So Jaslyn is at this point but look how fast that went.
Okay, now perfect. Okay, perfect. Can you pause that real quick? Like right now, pause it. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. You do have the lens flare issue. So now where your thing is, right next to it on the right-hand side is a slight little lens flare, which is good. That's what you're supposed to have. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, and this is one of the questions that I had. How come we cannot see the full roundness of the moon coming in? So remember I told you about, okay, we got the moon, we've got the sun. Why are we seeing happy little moon coming closer, closer, closer to the sun? All you're seeing is you're starting to see the crescent. You're not even seeing the moon at all, which to me does not make sense.
Right, and this is towards the end of it.
Okay. Oh, so this is after the totality? Okay. All right, keep playing. I'm sorry, continue.
No, and then right here kind of looks like a little hippopotamus to me in the clouds, or a little pig.
Or like it looks like, no offense, it looks like another
No, it's a little pig. Look, it's got the little oinky nose, then the eyes.
But could it be a reflection of something else?
It's a cloud that I wanted to make into a piggy.
All right, keep playing this because this is good. Now, see, okay, you see the lens flares. You can see the little crescent lens flares. That's what we're supposed to see.
But this part here was kind of trippy to me.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. You should see the moon clearly.
Well, I don't know what that
Robin's in the house, and it says you can only see the moon if the sun is directly shining on it. What you're seeing now is the shadow of the other side of the moon. But still, even if once you see at least the outline of the ball itself, because the sun is behind it. I mean, that's what the solar eclipse is where the moon is coming in front of the sun. So during the daytime, we can see the moon. Why can't we see the whole moon structure as it's coming closer?
Yeah, this is Jaslyn's recording, just so we know. You guys know, mine would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. Oh, no, she did amazing.
And so it looks like a little head right here with little fingers. Can you see that?
If you look at the reflection, it looks like it's 1, 2, 3 crescent moons.
It looks like a little head's popping up right here with 2 little alien fingers. Doesn't it?
Yes. They say that I mean, if you believe in the quote flat earth theory, I'm just going to talk flat earth theory for just a second. They say that phenomenon happens because of the different layers of the firmament and the reflection of the sunlight. That is why they say that happens during an eclipse.
I was hoping somebody was peeking down on us and it was an alien.
So you cannot see the moon without the sun. But being that they were side by side, shouldn't you have seen them side by side before the moon came into the presence covering the sun? That's my question. Like, shouldn't you have seen the moon the entire time in the sky with the reflection? And then the moment that they crisscross, that's when the totality happened. Nobody can.
applesauce.
That's what the question I have, and that's the question I have.
I don't
So,
know.
not necessarily. No. I mean, that's why there's always all these fights. I mean, I'm just throwing out questions, but as of right now, that is one thing. Now, I want to know why the major networks are not showing the path of the moon coming out of it. Because it's in front of the sun. Yeah, it's in between the Earth and the sun. The moon is in between us. So we technically should see the whole sun, right? Or are you saying it's because it's in front of the sun? Which means our side would be, I guess, the dark side? Because the sunlight side will be I don't know.
I'm not even going to pretend that I know all that stuff. All I know is that the coloring was so weird.
The coloring? It looks beautiful. You got a beautiful shot. You want to continue playing it, or? So you're not going to see the side facing us. But what about when they weren't together? Like when they were side by side? That's my question. Shouldn't we have seen it if it was side by side?
I know. Like, I have a couple pictures. I'll see if I can find them after this, where it's one of those sky apps, and it shows that the moon and the sun are directly on top of each other.
It did.
Picture. Yeah.
But it also showed it in Pisces, not Aries, correct?
Mm-hmm. It was in Pisces, yep.
And it was supposed to be in Aries.
Oh, was it? See, that I don't know. I just know it was in Pisces.
If you stand between me and a spotlight, I am not going to see your face. But if I stand next to the spotlight, wouldn't you see me? If I'm not blocking the spotlight at all? So if I'm standing off to the side?
Not necessarily, because
no,
the light would be too bright for you to be able to focus on anything.
But not even like a outline or a shadow or anything like that?
Not
because according to your video, we're seeing absolutely nothing but the crescent coming in and out of the sun. We're not actually seeing the entire moon until it reaches totality. So that's my question. The sun was not perfectly side by side with the moon, but it would be when it wasn't coming into focus. Like, I mean, okay, let's talk an hour before the eclipse. Wouldn't the happy little moon be like somewhere down here saying, okay, I'm coming to you, son. I'm coming to you, son. Here we go. We're coming. And finally it's going to block it. So I want to know, when the moon is at this point, like out in the middle of nowhere, wouldn't you see at least some of it? That's what I mean when I say.
And I don't know, because earlier in the day, I did look to see if I could see the moon anywhere, and I couldn't see it. So
you couldn't see
usually I do.
Yeah. Usually you could see the moon, with the exception. Well, it depends on what it would depend on what cycle it's in. I mean, usually you could see it if it's a crescent, if it's a full moon, if it's
right.
But some people said that they saw the eclipse, but they also saw the moon on the other side, which didn't make sense. So there are some videos, which it could be fake, where they're showing the eclipse and then they pan over to the side and the moon is on the other side.
That's probably AI.
I was going to say probably a fake, probably AI, but that's why I was analyzing different videos and seeing, okay, because it's hard to tell what's real and what's not real. The only question I have is, why aren't major outlooks showing the entire in and out? They stop after the totality. I want to know what happens. Keep going. I want to see what happens. Even NASA's videos. NASA stopped after totality and barely showed the rest of it. So I want to see what happens afterwards. But like I said, that theory that you get with the lens flare, where you're seeing those multiple crescent moons, they proved that on a flat Earth theory using multiple panes of glass to simulate the different layers of a firmament. So there is a case study out there that shows how you can make that exact lens flare. On a flat Earth.
They look like spiders to me. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Well, I can't show the footage. However, if anybody's interested, let me just pull up the information, because I think this is the all-time best solar eclipse. footage, but I'll just explain it because I can't show it.
So
A Mexican TV outlet accidentally aired a man's testicle during the solar eclipse coverage. It's gaining ridicule because it accidentally aired the man's testicles when presenting viewer submitted footage. And basically what happened was the guy had the son takes the camera and uses his testicles to block out the sun. And they aired that not realizing that that's what it was. So I can't show that.
they're bad.
But I thought that was one of the funniest reviews of. But yes, that actually got aired on Mexican TV. It was what station was it? I had it written down. Hold on one second, guys.
Have you seen some of their soap operas?
Yes, RCG Media 24/7 news program was covering the eclipse when the three anchors presented clips submitted by fans experienced the celestial phenomenon, only to fall prey to a well-known prank in Latin America, the local La Vanguardia newspaper reported. So, yes, they got pranked because somebody decided to put images of that on it. So, I unfortunately, I don't have the image of that. I can't show that, but you can find it on the internet. It's kind of funny. Some people blocked it out, but it's funny. All right, so let's talk about some craziness that happened. Did anybody hear of Danielle Johnson? This is a mother who is suspected of stabbing her partner to death before she goes on a joyride and pushes her two daughters out of a moving car, killing her 8-month baby. She's been identified as an astrologer influencer who is stressed out about this week's eclipse. She also died in a tragic series of events after crashing her car on the Pacific Coast highways minutes after abandoning her daughter. So, eclipse craziness. She killed her boyfriend, she killed her 8-month, and then she killed herself. All because of the eclipse. That's crazy.
That's called beyond mental health that I can.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's sad because I know we talked about the paranoia behind it. We did. We talked a lot. We gave religious paranoia. We gave political paranoia. What else did we talk about? We talked about the scientific.
Yeah.
And I mean, yes, our show last week was a little crazy. That's why we're doing a follow-up, because we want to see how much actually did happen and how much didn't happen.
Right.
But I was expecting that there would be some sort of craziness. I wouldn't expect something like that.
But people use things like this to try to get away with stuff.
Yeah.
When it's not connected. And I follow a couple different true crime channels, and the things that some of these people say to try to justify what they've done criminally is disgusting.
But the question is, what if it's true? Like, what if they really are influenced by demons, or if they really did hear their dog talking to them, telling them to kill somebody?
They're wackadoos.
Yeah, they're wackadoos. Of course they're wackadoos. But it makes it scary to think, what if in their mind it's so real that they actually take these urges and impulses and they act upon it because of the power and craziness of the energetic shift with something as big as an eclipse? Does it silent on that? Like,
no, because I do a mental health channel. I give people a safe place to come and talk about their anxiety, their PTSD, stuff like that, depression. And I don't personally ever think that I could help anybody or give somebody in that situation a safe place to be, because they need to be in a hospital. If that is the true, if they're really truly dealing with that, they need to be hospitalized. and should not, absolutely not be out in public until they get that stuff in check. And I think a lot of times mental health is thrown out there to try to justify what these people do, and it's disgusting. You know, it gives people who struggle. Oops, that was a fork. Sorry. It gives people who truly struggle a bad name.
Yeah, because they're trying to help themselves, and here's another group of people that are giving into their urges and whims and causing some great harm to others, to themselves, and probably innocent people too. It's destroying.
Yeah, I mean, what did that 8-month-old baby do? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. She should have been hospitalized, because there are signs when people have that kind of issue going on. And if nobody wanted to address it, then that's on them as well. That's something they have to live with. But there was obviously clear signs way before this eclipse even was going to take place.
Right.
I mean, she should have been hospitalized, and that baby and her boyfriend would have been fine.
Yeah.
But for her to, tell people that it was because of the eclipse, I think that's wrong. I really do.
And I mean, I know I sound crazy when I say, because when weird things say, I'm like, it's because of the eclipse. It's because of the eclipse. There's been changes happening. I feel energetically a lot of changes happened. And I mean, it is going to cause mood swings. It's going to cause argument. I mean, okay, I will tell you this. Weird things have been happening. I've had people from the past contact me trying to rekindle relationships. I've had relationships now that have just burst simply for whatever reason. And it's like, I'm getting so many experiences from different people on such different spectrums of mood swings that I'm like, what is going on with people? And I mean, I brush it off and say, hey, it was the eclipse. But seriously, it's like there really is an energetic shift that happened. Now, generally, when I don't know if you want to talk about this, they turned on CERN. So CERN,
yeah, hold up.
Nope. Okay.
I gotta correct this, and I don't know if I corrected it last week also, or last Thursday when we did this. So the whole big thing was CERN was turning on their machine. Okay, 3 days before the machine was going to be turned on, they had to shut doors. Well, some research was done. The machine has been on since March 8th. It will not be to full capacity power until July 5th. It will run for 4 years. Then at this point, not sure what's going to happen after that 4 years. So the whole, and my aunts, I love my family, I do, but my aunts were, CERN's turning on their machines during the eclipse, and yeah, no, it's been on since March 8th. I believe that CERN is messing with stuff they shouldn't? Yes, I do. They need to leave that alone. The God particle is something that just leave it alone, You don't need to know how every single thing in this world works, It's you're messing with stuff you shouldn't be. That's my personal opinion. However, I know a lot of people are into it, and I know, their physicists are involved and this and that. Okay, cool. You make a lot of good money, and just leave the stuff alone. There's no reason. The big thing already happened once. Let's not have it happen again.
I said to Des, we can do an entire topic on nothing but CERN, which I'm not gonna, but I will say, just to add this to the strange things that are occurring, 2 days ago, Peter Higgs Now that is the Higgs boson particle, the God particle that CERN was trying to emulate, trying to create. Because what they did was the Higgs boson model was they finally found the particle that started the Big Bang Theory. That's what the claim is. He died 2 days ago in a car crash. So the famous physicist died in a car crash 2 days ago. His name was Peter Biggs. If I didn't know anything about the eclipse or CERN, I wouldn't even know, because I've not noticed anything different. And see, that's what it is. Ignorance is bliss. I mean, I almost want to say, if you don't know anything about this, nothing will seem different. But then when we start introducing all these different weird theories and weird stuff that's happening, it makes you wonder, like, okay, are we adding into the paranoia? Are we manifesting something out of nothing? Or is it just that it affects people differently? I don't know. That just shows he couldn't even beat physics. Aw. Same thing, sadly, with O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, he passed away today.
He passed away as well. So if you have any O.J. Simpson memorabilia, it's probably going to go through the roof right now.
Maybe not. It might not.
I know people didn't like him. I mean, towards the end. But
not even so much towards the end. It's just some of the things that have happened in his life.
Mm-hmm.
He might get some big followers that might buy some stuff, but I don't think it's going to be worth all that much.
I'm on the side that he's guilty. He did it, but you know,
the
something.
Glove don't fit.
My opinion was he was guilty, but you know something,
honestly,
that was my opinion.
I was young when all that happened, so I didn't really pay attention to the whole situation. So I can't say yes or no. Don't know much other than I remember the white Bronco chase, and I remember if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Well, the interesting there's the whole conspiracy theory that O.J. Simpson is actually Khloe Kardashian's father, because she's the only one that looks different from the rest of them, and she has a lot of features that O.J. Simpson has. So
her mama got around. That's her business.
Which is interesting because the Kardashians, the father was the lawyer for O.J. Simpson during the trial. That's where the Kardashians came. All right, yeah, that's another conspiracy theory.
Well, I can't jail or something.
I'm sorry?
Did he go to jail or something?
Who, Kardashian or?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know much about that family. I know that there's some big, let's be superstars and.
No, I don't think he went to jail. No.
Yeah, I don't know much about them.
I don't want to know.
They don't impress me much. I'm a country girl, not a city girl.
All right, so what else happened? So that was the craziness with that. We talked about the testicles from Mexico. All right, so there is a phenomenon happening along the Atlantic coast. And if you are in the, I'm curious if this is happening in your area, but there seems to be a plague of dead jellyfishes that are washing ashore. So
we don't have jellyfishes. Except for
hello, Thrifty Mom. Welcome to the show. Kristen's in the house. If anybody missed the show, you can watch the replay on Dez's channel, on Christian's channel, on my channel, any of the channels. Wonderful interview with Kristen, Thrifty Mom, and she also talks about her foundation, and it's a really, her story is very inspirational. So Kristen, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. So yes, there is a boatload of dead jellyfishes that are washing up ashore on the Atlantic side. So if anybody is by water, I'm just curious, are you being plagued by jellyfishes? No? Okay.
We don't have none.
So
other than news.
There is a weird anomaly happening, and I'm going to make a prediction, okay? So get ready, get your little notepad. I mean, Des, if you want to write this down as a prediction. A weird anomaly happened the day of the eclipse. There was a wave Because what they do is they have a computer simulation where they show waves due to seismic activity to look for tsunamis and stuff like that. The day of the eclipse, at approximately the time, there was a weird anomaly that happened in Antarctica, of all places. And it's this huge wave that is slowly spreading. Okay. And it's, let me pull up the information. Hold on. Okay. It's a 80, where did I put it? 83.7 foot waves that left Antarctica heading towards the Atlantic. It's this massive.
What is it?
83.7 foot wave. That's a big wave. That's huge. So an 83.7 wave went out of Antarctica. What they are saying is by Wednesday, April 17th, that wave will cover the entire Atlantic. Okay, because what happens is when that's how a tsunami starts. But basically what ends up happening is you have like some seismic event or something like that, and it starts branching out. Now, as of right now, the wave pattern is approximately covering Africa. And the path that it's taking, it's going around Africa. They're saying by Wednesday, the 17th, so it's 6 days from now, it should be covering the Atlantic. So what that means is, and this is just a prediction based on what this model is saying, what that means is you're probably going to get some flooding. You might get some high tides, like really high tides. There might even be some tsunami warnings. And I'm saying this early. The problem is there's nothing really that caused this. They don't necessarily know what may have caused it. Is it an earthquake? But it's just a strange wave pattern. Let me know what I owe you. I have the power now. Thank you for my power. Must have been from the eclipse. Aw. So that's another weird anomaly that's happening. So I don't know what's going to happen, but they're saying, like I said, Wednesday, the 18th. Might be an interesting thing. 17th. I'm sorry. Wednesday the 17th. Might be
I was like, whoa, wait. I have the 17th written down. Did you mean the 18th?
Yes. Wednesday the 17th. I don't know why I said the 18th. Wednesday the 17th. So basically next week. Let's see what happens if there's any issues with, like I said, with any tsunamis, any water issues, high tide issues, flooding issues, if there's coastal flooding. We don't know. It's just a weird prediction based on this little anomaly that blipped up on a computer. It may happen, it may not happen. But it's just.
I have it written down though.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So it's one of those little predictions. Is it going to happen? Question mark, question mark. Next little question mark. Has the news talk? No, actually, none of the stuff we talk about mainstream media ever talks about. Prepare people.
Where your warning?
Mainstream media never talks about the stuff that we're talking about. That's why we bring it to you. And that's why a lot of the times it is theories. These are just entertainment purposes only. First of all, do we actually believe this is going to happen? Not necessarily. I mean, I will tell you when I genuinely believe in something and when I don't believe in, a lot of times I'll throw out questions. It's like, okay, I believe this, but I have a question about it. Something to me doesn't make sense. Like, for example, like I said, it didn't necessarily make sense about why we don't see the full moon. Now, Robin explained, if she's still here, Real Creative Studios, said basically if you have something in a spotlight and it covers up. But here's a question. Is the sun necessarily a spotlight? I mean, are they trying to say that the sun only, doesn't it do light in every direction? I mean, that's just a question I have. Oh, they're going to hype people up because right now, if you're in South Carolina, your weather is really bad. We're talking tornado bad. The whole string of tornadoes is going right up it left Texas. It left like the Louisiana area, and now it's going up to South Carolina. So if you're in that section, be very careful. There are a lot of tornadoes, and it's going to be really extreme weather. So we're hoping that everything stays. All right.
Kristen is in South Carolina.
Oh, Kristen's in
She
South
says-
Carolina?
Yep, she says it is bad.
It is bad. Okay, Kristen, we're sending some positive vibes and healing energy. We're hoping that everything is okay because, like I said, you do have a storm front that's bad heading your direction, and that's why I said it's in. In fact, I have a map. Let me show a map real quick. Present. Okay. Where'd I put it? My map. All right. Ignoring the width of it, just take a look at the red region. So the red region right now is the highest probability of tornadoes. Isn't that the same eclipse path? If you look at it, kind of. But that's where this is your threat of tornado warnings. So obviously the red region, but I mean, okay, it could totally be coincidental. I mean, this is like a main region, but that's what's happening with tornadoes and the eclipse is it seems to be following the same pattern. Once again, as we mentioned before, it is tornado season. So this is not like it's not like brand new. This is the time that you get bad weather. This is the time of tornado season. So it just so happens that it's coincidental, or maybe it's not coincidental. Maybe the power of the eclipse caused some weather shifting. Who knows? We really don't know. All right. So here's a question I have. Why is it, and this is a good question, and like I said, you can see this in all the videos. Why is it that you clearly see that crescent moon moving, and it moves ever so slowly, and it moves. And then as soon as it goes into totality, it pauses. It just paused. Like, wouldn't it be a constant, steady movement going across?
Maybe it's got I don't know. Maybe it's dancing.
But here's the thing. We're all witnessing this. What I'm saying is not something coming out of thin air. We're watching it on TV. We're watching the videos. I want to know, why does it just pause at totality as if it's like, hey, look at me. It just stops and then it starts
because
moving.
It's a ham.
It just, and he did that at every single point. Like, no matter where you were along the eclipse path, which means that the sun and moon were not traveling at the same speed. They kept increasing, decreasing, increasing. And that's not the way it usually happens. The sun and moon travel at a consistent speed. So why is it the moon is rush? Oh, now I'm in totality. Now I'm going to stop. Let's just breathe for a couple minutes. Okay, then I'm going to continue on my way.
I don't know.
Des is like,
it's
I don't know. Des, I just want to know, is this conversation just too weird for you tonight?
No, I'm trying to follow along. I got my screens, I got 1, 2, 3 screens here, and I'm pulling stuff up and looking and
and all I'm simply, you know what it is? Science is a lot. Okay, remember, science is a lot of theory and questions. And I think as a society, we're failing to answer questions, like ask the questions.
Oh, I was going to say what? Answer?
I said answer. We're failing to ask questions. Seriously, we should all be the little kids in school that raises their hand and says, "Why does this happen? Why does that happen? Why does this happen?" That's me. I'm the little annoying kid in the back that's raising their hand and says, "I want to know why this is happening."
And I was the nerd in the front row or in the front seat going,
Shut up. Get the hell
No,
up.
I actually love school. It was awesome for me. Well, for the most part. The classes were not so much the people, but the classes. But I was also one of those kids that could bounce from group to group and kind of fit in. And fit in more than some, but honestly,
I was, you ready for this? I was the one that I slept through class the entire time.
And you still got A's?
And I still got A's. Never had to study, never had to open up a book. Okay. I have a question. Why do you park on a driveway and drive on a parkway? Perfect. See, that is a great question. I like that question.
Okay, wait before we get to. See, I was the kid that had to be in school from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. just to get on the honor roll because I had to work my butt off. And you go and sleep, and you got. Why couldn't I be blessed with that brain?
Okay, so here's an interesting. I was voted most lethargic. That was what I was voted.
You're gonna be what?
Most lethargic, meaning sleepy, like lazy, sleepy. Yeah, because I slept all the time. I was also working. I was working full time as well, so I was going to school and working. So about the time school, I was exhausted. So I was sleeping class all the time.
I wish I had that brain. Let me tell you.
There we go. Why is there Braille on a drive-up ATM?
Well, you know, the blind person could be in the back seat.
Still, they wouldn't be able to see. How are they going to touch the touchscreen?
Well, obviously they're going to be with somebody who can see. That would not be me because I'd. However, let's just go this way. You know, they're in a cab. Well, most, cab or somebody's driving them. Well, they can roll the window down and tell them, hey, just stick your hand out. And then, you can feel and you can figure out what the heck's going on.
Oh, wait, did I lose you? What?
No, I'm here.
That was your superlative melt. Yes, that was. Uh-oh. Dwayne is still going with all the... Where does the white go when the snow melts? It melted already. Why are they called apartments? They are toger?
Together.
Oh, together.
Yeah,
they're apartments when they are together. Thank you. Yeah, I was in school. I was geeky. I was the type that never needed to read a book, never needed to study. I just literally absorbed it. And half the time I didn't even absorb it because I was sleeping. But it's like school was very easy for me. So
I want to cry.
It was easy for me.
No, literally, my senior year, I was in school from 6 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yep, and I busted my behind, and I made the honor roll. But if I wouldn't have been able to go in at 6 a.m. and be there until 6 p.m., I would have never made the honor roll. I truly believe that. You were definitely, yeah, I agree, Kristen. She was definitely blessed.
Yeah, and then I won't. It's a sensitive topic. I won't even talk about college. I'm not talking about college. I am the epitome of college dropout. Okay, I'll just say this: I went to 8 different colleges. 8. I have student loans up the wazoo, but I went to 8 different colleges, and I have absolutely no degree to show for it.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Dwayne?
You know what it was? I loved learning, and I just kept going to school just for the fact to go to school, because college I loved. I loved taking as many courses as I can, but I decided what use is it to get a degree and what use is it to finish.
So you have that degree?
No, I don't. I never
well,
finished.
No, you said, well, why wouldn't, why finish? So you have the degree.
I know. Oh, see, thrifty mom, I went to 3 and still have no degrees. So you see, that's what happened to me. I just loved going to school. I kept going to school. I kept taking classes. I kept switching my major because I had no idea what I wanted to study. And I just kept studying everything I could think of. And finally I got to the point, it's like, why do I even need school? So I dropped out again and again and again. I dropped out. I kept dropping out.
Yeah,
I should probably go to one of those colleges and just put all my degree credits in a bundle and say, okay, what can you do with life experience and stuff like that, and just create a degree for me.
I want that degree too, please.
I'm telling you, well, because my course load is all over the place. Like, I think that's the problem why they couldn't come up with a degree, because all my majors kept changing to some of the weirdest extremes.
I had a few things I wanted to do when I grew up. I wanted to be an animal communication specialist. I wanted to teach monkeys how to use sign language.
Oh, that's interesting. We should do. Okay, wait. We should bring this up next week. Mermaid, our thing is Mermaids and Sirens next week. But this is an interesting little tidbit. If anybody didn't know, it is illegal to communicate with dolphins. It is against the law to communicate with dolphins. Oh, you're giving me the eye on that.
No, I'm trying to. Why the hell would it be illegal?
Okay, you ready for the conspiracy theory part?
Wait, hold on. No, hold on.
Look it up. It's illegal to. It is against the law to attempt to communicate with dolphins.
Marine biologists? They gotta communicate with the dolphins.
They have certain rules of how far they can communicate and what they can do. But yes.
Watch this. Hold my beer. Jesus Lord, the things that they come up with.
Well, it gets even better because the theory behind it is dolphins are actually really, really intelligent. They are beyond intelligent compared to what we are. They're on the next level higher than us.
Seen the movie Cocoon?
Yes, so they can communicate. And the thing about the communication with one is they say you can communicate with all because they are like of a hive mind. So by communicate, and there's this very fascinating study of this guy who communicated with whales, and it's dolphin and whales as well. I kissed a dolphin in the Bahamas. Does that count? You go swimming with the dolphins? I would love to do that. But anyway, this guy, I have to do more research the next time we talk about this. But he would communicate with the whales and the dolphins, and they started telling him some really weird stuff. So. Yes, they don't tell you that when you go to the aquariums and see the dolphin shows, because technically you're not really communicating with them. Like I'm talking about using like sonar communication equipment, trying to decipher what the waves, the sound waves are and stuff like that. I'm talking about really heavy duty communication. It's illegal to do that.
Well, yeah. I remember watching.
I'm not talking about just going up to the glass and saying, "Hi, Mr. Dolphin."
I remember watching a show called Sequest, and they had a dolphin on there. That
I love Sequest.
Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah, and he died. That was so sad.
He passed away. Yep.
Yeah.
But he communicated with the dolphin.
Yes. What was the name of the dolphin? I forgot the name of it.
Oh, now we're gonna make me think. Oh boy.
Oh, I love that series. That was a great series.
Yeah, that was a good series. Yeah. And it's really sad that he passed away. But in the end, it brought awareness to things. So it was a horrible situation, but at the same time, it opened a lot of people's eyes. So. But yeah, I mean, I wanted to be an animal communication specialist. I wanted to work with chimpanzees. I wanted to work with gorillas. Silverbacks were one of my favorites. And then, just regular chimps. That's what I wanted to do when I grew up, and I learned sign language, and so I had a head start, and then fell in love with doing the behind the scenes for school plays. And so I wanted to be a makeup specialist, which was special effects, makeup and special effects and stuff like that. And for like movies and stuff like that. And
I just had to highlight that.
Holy Lord. I am not going there. He is far from a monkey.
I had to
He
highlight
loves
that
monkeys,
with the
but he's far
monkeys.
from a monkey.
All I can think about is that creepy monkey you brought out. I'm like, put that thing away.
I do have that.
The scary monkey.
So one of the teachers that we had in school that worked with the school plays got me into doing the hair and makeup. And so really, Tommy. So I don't know how she did it, but I had a scholarship for Joe Blasco.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if she was paying for it. From what I understand, they don't give scholarships, but I had a full paid if I wanted to go. And I could pick Orlando or LA. And life just kind of went into a different direction, and I ended up not going. But when we lived in Florida, I went to Busch Gardens and SeaWorld. And we were on a school field trip when Shamu gave her birth to her baby during the show.
Oh, you watched that? Aww.
Live. It was right in front of us.
That's great.
That was weird. Let me just tell you, that was weird. We didn't understand what was going on.
Aww. Yeah. Like I said, I've changed my major so many times in school that I never finished. But you know something, to this day, I feel like I never stop learning. I feel like it's almost your duty to constantly learn something new and explore. Yep. And yeah. So
Tommy, you know, he's always said you have to learn at least one thing that you didn't know the day before. It's always important to learn one new thing a day. And when the kids were in school before we pulled them out for homeschool, we would question, you know, what did you learn today? What is something you learned today that you didn't know yesterday? And they would say, and then we were like, cool, you know, and then some days they were like, nothing. It was like, well, now you got to figure out something that you didn't know yesterday to do today. And so it was a very big thing here in our house. So
I'm very proud of something stupid. And you know something, even the stupid things that you learn is so important. So yesterday, for the very first time, I made refried beans.
From scratch?
From scratch. It took me 4.5 hours between soaking the beans, boiling the beans, smashing the beans. And I mean, they came out delicious. Today we're having taco night. They were absolutely delicious. But that's the response I got. You've never made beans before? No, I've never made beans.
You know, I can't even complain because honestly, I made bean soup for the first time not too long ago. I never made it before. Yeah. Tommy makes split pea soup. And so he makes that from scratch. And I mean, he does it from hard bean to all the way done, you know? And so, I think it was navy bean, wasn't it, Tommy? That I made. And it turned out pretty good, actually.
I'm listening to my two new. Aw, thank you so much. Well, good luck with your Whatnot show.
Yeah.
Put the link in the chat
she is on my channel, so I'll have to grab that link and then drop it off.
I'll highlight it on. If you drop the link, Thrifty Mom, we'll highlight it on the show, so this way people can watch it later on if they want to watch it.
Yeah, it was navy bean I made.
But I mean, even something simplistic. It made, like, you making navy beans might be simplistic to other people, and they'll be like, what's so special about that? But if you've never done something before, it's actually an exciting accomplishment.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, I completely understand, you know, your excitement about making refried beans. And I wasn't trying, I was just like, I haven't done that yet.
It's from scratch. Like,
I haven't done that yet. So I was kind of like, should I admit that I haven't done that before?
I will be honest. Taste-wise, it tastes amazing.
Yeah. Did you
work
use
wise,
the
that's
black
4
beans?
hours. That's like 4.5 hours worth of work. So you know something, no offense, I'll spend the dollar and get it in the can. But when you have it in the can, you can taste the metal and when you do it from scratch, it's delicious.
What color bean did you use for your refried?
I used pinto beans.
Okay, so if you use, Tommy, what's the black beans? She did drop it, the link.
Check out the whatnot.
Let me pull this. I don't remember exactly what. Give me 1 second. I think they're black beans for the black bean refried.
Right.
Those are our actual favorite, are the black bean refried.
I mean, I just used what I had. I had pinto beans. I'm like, let me try. Never made beans before. Somebody said I need to start learning how to do bean dishes. And I'm like, I never cooked with dried beans before. Like, I've never cooked from scratch like that. And then to like wash them, to take out the ones that are not too good beforehand, soak them, boil them.
Are like totally way ahead of me on that, because I still kind of look at it like, crap, I can't remember. So I always have to ask Tommy. However, I did mine in an Instapot.
I have to get one of those. I want to get one of those and an air fryer.
Nearly as long as what it is for Tommy, because he starts it in the morning for his split pea and goes well over into late afternoon, early evening.
Aw, thank you. See, congratulations on that. 4.5 hours worth of bean making. But you know something? What did I learn? I learned in the future I'm just going to spend the dollar and get the can of beans.
But
it tastes good, though. It does taste good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what in the end, it's actually, let me see here. I need to try to figure out how to do this.
I need to get an Instapot and I want to get an air fryer. Those are the two things on my wish list.
Okay. 150.
Yeah, she pushed back her show to watch us. Now here's the funny thing. Normally we have like this long extravagant topic where I have like my slideshow and this and that. We sort of was a little unprepared today. So yeah, we are, but we did want to make mention about the eclipse. And I still have some more notes on crazy stuff that's happening with the eclipse, because like I said, this week has been for me headache central, exhaustion, tired. I am mood swings. I'm tired of fighting. I don't want to fight with people. I don't want to fight with people. Yes, I can say that I did it.
There.
They make, wait, what is it? They make an Instapot with an air fryer lid, do they? Oh, cool. It's a 2-in-1. Is this the same link or a different link?
No, this is her actual live for tonight on Whatnot.
Oh, okay. So the link that she shared was just her page?
No, when I clicked on it, for some reason, it just took me to the main page of Whatnot. So I went and just dropped the link to her live itself tonight.
Okay, she dropped. It's a big link, so definitely click it within the chat. See, everybody either has the Instant Pot or the air fryer. I want to get, like I said, one or both just to try it out.
You need a new wave too.
A new wave.
A new wave.
That's on
air fry in that, and it makes one hell of a chicken. Poultry.
Yes.
Juicy. Oh.
We're talking food. We're turning this into food tube.
Hey, we can do that.
We went on the wrong side. It's no longer conspiracy. It's now food tube.
I have
3 Instant Pots.
Dwayne has 3. I have 3.
Damn.
One of them needs an insert. It was given to me. I have a big one. I have a little one. And then
It's like
we have
it's like a tattoo. Once you get one tattoo, you have to get more Instapots.
pretty much because so we don't use our stove at all. So we have a stove. It's a flat top.
Right.
We do not use the stove top, and we do not use our oven.
See, I use that all the time.
So we have three induction plates. Am I saying that right, Tommy? And I think it's induction or convection.
Hello, anytime picker. Welcome to the show.
Hello. We have a. I know this stuff, but why my brain is deciding not to want to work at the moment.
So you're talking about the glass tops on the.
Yes. Okay. So we have a stove, but we don't use our stove. So we have 3 induction plates that we use. Not all at the same time. Usually we just are using one or 2 at the max. But we have 3 of them. We have a convection oven. We have 3 new waves. Maybe 2 now, because I know we gave one to my dad, but I don't remember if we have 3. I gotta look. We have the 3 Instapots. We have a rice maker. We have a bread maker. We use kitchen gadgets instead of the stove and the oven. So if it doesn't fit in our convection oven, we don't do it. We use our microwave. However, I am not a big fan of the microwave.
Yeah.
So one thing is a really big pet peeve of mine is having the microwave above my stove.
Okay. And is that how it's set up?
Yes. I don't want my microwave above my stove. What I want above my stove is a pot filler.
Okay.
You know what that is, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so instead of going to the sink and filling up your water, you put your pot on the water or on your stove, and then you just bring this thing over and you turn on the water and it fills up your pot.
I've never seen that before.
Yep, I want one of those. Yep.
See, I have a what do you call it? An air filter above my, like they put the fan that makes all the, not air filter, it's the fan. You would never be able to reach it if it was above your stove.
I have a stepping stool. That's okay. Tommy said that when we have our own place, that we're leaving the counters normal height. Okay. And I was like, well, that kind of sucks for me because I'm short. I literally half the time, ask Dwayne, I've cooked and video chatted with Dwayne. I've been live and cooked. I'm literally standing on a stepping stool in order to be able to see inside my Instapot.
Aww.
I'm 5 foot even. I can't help it. Yeah. But Tommy said what he's going to do when we buy our own place is he's going to put in stepping stools, like this thing where you can flip it up so it's flat. But when I need it, I can just tap it with my foot and I'll pop down so I can step on there so I can see. So he doesn't have to bend down to work on the counters.
That is a good idea. See, they take for granted like little things like that. You're short, you can't see. I'm short. There's a reason I don't put anything on my top shelves. Like all of my cabinets, everything is completely blank because I cannot reach anything up there. So I don't put anything up there. Everything is like can't go up there. Yes, the hood. I couldn't think of what it was. I have one of those hoods, the stove hoods with the like a church fuel with the
Yes. Okay. So I
here anytime picker. I use a trampoline. Bouncy.
I literally so when the kids were younger and they weren't taller than me like they are now, I used to have to literally bring a chair over from the dining room table so I could step on the dining room chair, step onto the counter and reach the stuff that's way high. and that's usually like the second shelf of our.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time reaching. Like I can reach the first shelf where our cabinets are. The second shelf, not so much. The third shelf, don't even ask me to try to reach something because I can't. The top of the cupboards, I can't reach, so I have to climb.
I've been having problems with my smoke alarms that keep going off beep beep, like the battery's dead, and I keep changing the batteries. And I guess the batteries I bought were not good because they keep going beep beep beep. So I'm like, forget these things. I keep taking the batteries. I'm not using this. It's going on the side. Not using it.
You have to have a smoke detector.
I have like 12. There's 12 of them in the house. 2 of them I had to just dismantle because I'm like. And then because one of them they put way too close to the stove, so every time I cook, it would cause it. So I'm like, oh, this thing's going off. I pulled it off the wall. I'm like, that is.
I don't know if my mom will watch this, but if she does, I love you, Mom. But when we were growing up, we knew when dinner was done.
Oh, because you burn everything.
The smoke detector would go off, and the thing is my dad was on the fire department.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I had to take it away. It was way too close. They put it right on top of like the stove. I'm like, why would you put a smoke detector there? So I completely, like the first day I started cooking, I'm like, oh hell no, this is not staying here. So I just dismantled that thing. I'm like, gone. But no, every room in my house has a smoke detector, and I don't really need one in every single room.
Thomas, are you saying that you just bought 7 plants?
Plant 7. He bought another plant. You have so many plants. They're beautiful. It's planting season. It's time to get green.
Okay, so in the next 2 weeks, I know we said it a while, but not this weekend, but the following weekend. So far, I'm going to have to take your phone away from you, dear. We said not too many. So me and Tommy are actually flip-flopping. So where he's at upstairs will be my office, my work area, and he'll be back down here in the dungeon. Okay. And I have like ideas in my head how I want to set it up, but I'm putting plants in there.
So you now have 7 plants to start you off with.
Oh no, we've probably got like, how many would you say? 50 plants in the house right now? 75, something like that. I don't know. We got a lot of plants in our house. Most of them are in our living room, which Melanie has seen a lot of them.
I've seen the plants.
And so we, I do have to say something though. Today, I was able to name a plant the family that it was in just by looking at it.
Oh, okay. What was the plant?
It was a Philadelphian. Now I can't say the word. Thomas, I said it earlier.
I've never heard of it, so I'm just going by what you said.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I said it right earlier. I
don't know anything about plants.
This is the problem. Okay, so this is the plant.
Can't see. There it is. Okay, now we can see it.
Philodendron.
Oh, philodendron. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. But this is what it is. And I knew it was in that family.
Philodendron. Imperial green blushing philodendron. How pretty.
I said it. Philodendron. Yes.
You got it.
But I said it perfect earlier. Okay. And I looked at it while we were at the store. And I told Tommy, I said, I know exactly what that is or what family it's in. I told him little app that we have, and I was correct. I have a orange prince in the same family. That's what it's called, orange prince. And I have a pink princess.
So see, that is your stop and smell the roses knowledge of the day. Yes. Something new and different.
And I got it right. I was so excited.
And see, because I didn't know that, I just learned something new.
Yeah, and I mean, they have so many. We have like pothos, the golden pothos, I might be saying that wrong as well, so forgive me. I'm still learning. I have an Easter lily. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Crap. It's a Christmas plant.
The
Poinsettia.
yeah.
Yeah. So I have 4 different ones of those. One of them is actually turning into a tree.
Just be careful with your kitty cat around those because they're poisonous to
She's
kitties.
on that thing all the time, and she gets yelled at. The other day, she got sprayed pretty good with the spray bottle because she was chewing on it.
Yeah.
But we have 4 different ones. I have a red one from 2 years ago, and I actually last summer didn't think it was going to come back, but I just put it outside to see what would happen. She started turning into a tree, and so I was like, yeah. So he's coming down with us when we move. We're moving to a warmer climate. We're just not sure when, but she's bright red. And then I have a white one, a pink one, and then one that is variegated.
That's beautiful.
Yep. And so I'm hoping that spring gets here really fast, like where it warms up more, so that I can take them outside and do the same thing with them that I did with my red one. And people actually plant those 4 trees, and it's pretty cool. And then we have so many. We have a lot of aloes and different types of aloes. It's not just like your traditional aloe. We have one that's got like pokies on it. Let me see if I have a.
That is amazing if you do like any fresh aloe juice or to use it as a topical
burns and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a topical for the. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I have. Come on.
See, I love this. We're doing an interview on Des. We're learning about our plants.
We had a plant called Mother of Thousands, and I hated that plant.
Well, they said never get plants on the time of the eclipse because you're gonna get like feed me, Seymour.
Oh no. We can have some of those. I'm good with that. We actually just picked up this one.
It's like
Yeah,
feed me.
Called.
Oh wait, gotta pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, florist.
Yeah, we can't say it. It's too bright.
Really? I'll fix that. Give me a second.
Oh, they want to know why does Merman have a mod status? He's important.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No, he does have it.
Oh!
She's saying, why does he have mod status?
So he can't get booted out?
She's trying to say, get rid of it. Why does Merman have mod status?
Okay,
we give everybody mod status that are good. It means we like you.
All right, let me see if I can get this so you guys can see it better. All right. I go through this whole big thing, but that's okay.
Right. I know. We have to apologize. I guess the eclipse what was the eclipse? The eclipse was a bust. No, it wasn't a bust. Weird stuff did happen.
All right. This is what it's called.
Kilinito?
Or Flaming Cathy, Christmas, something Madagascar Widow's Thrill. It's 3 different colors.
It's pretty though.
It's yellow, pink, and purple.
And yours
has the one we have. I was trying to get a better picture of. Oh, here it is. The one that we got. Come on. Nope, that's the Eclipse. We don't want that one. We already showed that one.
I know, like I said, we appreciate everybody coming for the eclipse. We wanted to hear what everybody had to say about their experiences. Those are pretty.
Yeah, it's got the purple, it's got the pink, or
Yellow.
the different shades of purple, the different shades of pink, and then the yellow.
That's definitely a very pretty plant.
And we saved her today.
Nice.
Yeah, she was on clearance.
You got to get that. They have that new plant app where you, if there's a problem with the plant, you click on it and it'll tell you, oh, you got to give it some water with sugar, or oh, you got to put some paprika.
Yeah, that doesn't work all the time.
No, it doesn't. Oh,
no. However, let me see. Do I have? I mean, we have a lot of plants, and if you follow me on Facebook or my friend on Facebook, you will see all our plants, because I am I mean, not just me, but Tommy too. We are plant junkies. That's what we like. And let's see.
So, like I said, did you buy any plants on the day of the eclipse?
We did not.
No,
we didn't really go anywhere other than drop stuff off at the post office.
If anybody doesn't know the reference, Little Shop of Horrors, the whole story is the plant came, he bought the plant on the eclipse and it ended up eating people. So, yes.
Feed me, Seymour.
Exactly.
I like Little Shop of Horrors.
That is a great musical. I love that musical. So, but yes, so the question for everybody is, did the eclipse have any profound effects on you? Like I said, for somebody like me, I ended up getting very tired, headaches. That's what I've been experiencing the past couple of days. For other people, they've been getting huge bouts of energy, motivation.
That's my poinsettia last summer.
It looks like it's dying.
No, okay. So the color comes into play around in wintertime.
Okay.
So here it's just a normal green plant during the summer, spring, and summer. Fall and winter, as it gets darker,
that's when the red.
That's when the red comes through, because it needs that darkness to be able to turn.
Nice.
So we learned a lot. But yeah, this was outside, and she's actually a lot bigger now. I'll have to get pictures of it. And then I wanted to show you.
After the eclipse, I now have X-ray vision. I will say this: there have been a lot of reports of people having vision problems since the eclipse because they were too busy looking at the sun.
Well, that's called, duh, you're not supposed to look at the sun.
Well, that's because one of the crazy things people were saying is that it's okay to look at the sun. So
kick their behinds. No, honestly, I mean, I the other day I went outside and it was so bright that my eyes literally started watering really bad, and I couldn't control it. And there was nothing I could do about it. So I came back in, got my eyes to stop watering, and then I keep my sunglasses with me, so that.
I will say something about today I noticed, and people will think I'm crazy about this. Today the sun was yellow. I've been complaining that the sun is white. Today the sun was actually yellow.
It was yellow yesterday. Tommy, can you send me that picture when we were over by Romano's?
So now, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, me growing up as a kid, the sun has always been yellow. Now, all of a sudden, the sun is white. Now, after the eclipse, the sun is back to yellow again. So maybe...
Tommy actually has... I'm hoping he can send me the picture. Him and Jazz, we went out for pizza last night.
Right.
And... oh, here we go. And so him and Jaslyn went by the water and took pictures of the water. So here are the pictures. It was absolutely gorgeous. And these literally look like paintings to me.
Oh, wow. That looks something right out of like a card. You know what I mean? Like a postcard.
Mm-hmm. Look how yellow that is.
That's gorgeous. Mm-hmm. And look at the reflection of the clouds. That's the water, right?
Right here is the water, yeah.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Nice.
Doesn't it look like somebody painted that?
Yes.
That's his camera.
That is absolutely beautiful.
But yeah, that's what you look out to when you're
Exactly. The eclipse was a chance to change the light bulb to the no. The problem was they already changed it to the. That's why the light bulb was white. Now it's back to yellow because too many people were complaining about the sun being white.
And the thing is you look at this particular picture, you actually look at it, and the sun actually hurts your eyes. That's how crispy clear his camera took.
That's beautiful. I love the reflection. And if you look carefully in the bottom left side, you see the double reflection of the sun, here, which is the lens flare.
Yeah.
But they're saying that lens flare is caused from the reflection of the firmament. That's a theory as to why that happens.
So yeah, these ones Tommy took yesterday when we were out for pizza, and
they're beautiful.
I literally fell in love with the pictures he was showing me when we were waiting for our pizza. And I was just like, wow, I thought it looked like a painting. I was like, what did you do to that?
Do you know how many times I've changed my LED bulbs because they burn out? Another conspiracy? Well, there's the famous conspiracy, the glitter conspiracy. So there was a short time where there was a shortage of glitter. And they had no idea why there was a shortage. And it started this weird glitter conspiracy as far as what exactly is glitter, where does it come from, and who is the number one purchaser of glitter. Now, my belief is NASA is the number one. And I feel like it has something to do with the sun. That's my theory. But there is
the biggest buyer of glitter.
If anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, just look up glitter conspiracy and it'll open up a rabbit hole of what the hell are you talking about, Melanie? Yes, glitter is the craft herpes of the world. Absolutely. I've said that in the past myself. Either. It's craft herpes.
My brother and his girlfriend. So they had 2 girls and 2 boys, right?
Okay.
Both the girls had nice, beautiful dresses full of glitter. They're the sparkly dresses for Christmas. This was probably about 3 years ago. My mom's still cleaning up glitter throughout her house because the girls thought it'd be great to twirl. And there was glitter everywhere. So my mom's like, got a new rule. Absolutely no glitter in my house. So you know what my brother did? Being the smart ass that he is. For Christmas last year, he bought her a little jar of glitter and wrapped it up.
Well, for next April Fools, this is really, really a cruel thing to do. But if you want to get somebody, pour glitter on top of your ceiling fan so that when they turn it on.
No, that's called a glitter bomb. And we only do that to people who try to steal our packages.
You will have glitter everywhere. But so yes, that is another conspiracy to look up is if you want to go down a rabbit hole, find out about glitter because there's some really weird stuff involving glitter.
There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so let's make a couple announcements. I know we're coming towards the end, but let's make a couple announcements. First off, you're grabbing your book. Okay, so now this week we were supposed to do Mermaids and Sirens. We are going to do that next week, but we're going to combine it with the Bermuda Triangle. So we're going to make next week more of an aquatic type of thing. We'll talk about mermaids. We'll talk about sirens. We'll talk about the Bermuda Triangle. We'll talk about everything and anything that gets you wet.
Water,
aqua. Now, the week after, I don't even remember what we're supposed to have the week after. However, the week after, we need to cancel the show. Why? Because Melanie is making an emergency visit to New York. So I'm going to be in New York for 4 days. Wrong kind of channel. Hey, you never know what's going to appear on this channel. That's all I have to say. So if anybody happens to be in the New York area, so I don't even want to say that because I'm going to be busy for 4 days. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm doing a massive garage sale straight from my mother's house. We're going to be trying to sell as much as I can over a 2-day period.
I don't have that. You need to talk to Tommy about his.
Is that your OnlyFans? Nothing wrong with OnlyFans.
Go talk to Tommy.
We're going to make this the wet show.
All right. We're going to go through the list of shows and their dates. Rewind. So next week, the 18th, Mermaids / Sirens / Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, we're combining the 3 shows. Yeah.
April 25th, we are taking off for that week. Melanie will be in New York and she will be back the following Monday. So she's leaving on the 25th and coming back the following Monday. So we will not have a show April 25th. But we will be back May 2nd and we are going to talk about Disney. And the crazy, strange, and unusual things about Disney. Then May 9th, we are talking about fairy tales, Grimm versus Disney, and how they went from one extreme to the other. May 16th, we are going to be talking about the moon landing. Do you believe or not believe? May 23rd, we will be talking about urban legends / urban myths. So if you have a good one and you want to share it, let us know, especially for your area, because like I'm in Wisconsin, Melanie's in Texas, and I know a lot of, Dwayne is in Alabama, Tommy's in Wisconsin with me, of course, Kristen is in South Carolina, and, so on and so forth. And if you could each find an urban legend for your state and share it, that'd be cool. Oh, Ohio. My sister lived in Ohio for a minute. Now she's in Tennessee. So if you guys could find a awesome urban legend / urban myth for your state, that would be awesome to share. So that will be again May 23rd. May 30th, we are doing mythological creatures. Unicorns, banshees. Whoa.
We could do banshees. But
that's not the word I was trying to come out with, and that just kind of came out. So yeah, banshees,
dragons,
fairies, stuff like that. Mythological creatures, Loch Ness monster, all that kind of stuff. And then June 6th, we are going to talk about the Mothman prophecies.
Yes.
And let me tell you, Tommy, we watched the movie. We got the movie. We watched it. Tommy ended up falling asleep towards the end. However, he did do some research on it. So I might need to have Tommy come and be our guest that day. Ooh. Yeah, because what he found out was pretty interesting.
Ooh.
So maybe we can get Tommy to come on June 6th to talk about the Mothman. And if you watch Josh Gates and any of his shows and stuff, they do have an episode on the Mothman. So that one was pretty cool. However, Tommy did find out some really interesting stuff about that movie, about what's based on that movie. So,
now,
so that is where we are at as of right now.
But we have one more show that I want to talk about. And if I can actually do a commercial for that, since I haven't been promoting the commercial as much as I want, it is my epic 420 show.
Yes.
Now, Des is going to be on the show selling stuff. So every year I do a massive sales show inspired by 420. And we give away prizes at the 420 mark. So I'm going to play my commercial because we would love for you guys to be there. But check this out. So we hope to see you on 420 because, like I said, this is my 4th annual show. It's usually epic. It's big. I bring out the commercials. I bring out the funny stuff. We laugh for hours on end because I bring out the weirdest stuff you can find.
And this will be my first, and I don't know much, so this will be interesting. And Tommy's going to be with us on that day too. So, he's already got plans. Let me tell you.
I am so looking forward to it. We may have other guests as well. I'm working on it now, but that is going to be. This is. This isn't the weirdest. No, see, this is the verbal weird stuff we find. We're actually talking about objects now that we find. Oh, Spirit, welcome to the show. Yeah, that's one of the things we were talking about. Depending on your area, the weather patterns have been extremely weird, particularly in the path of the eclipse. So definitely be careful. A lot of tornadoes if you're in the South Carolina area. We had the tornadoes in hail couple of days ago, but now it's going up the coast. So yes, so on Saturday 420 we're going to start at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then at the 420 mark we're going to have a giveaway at every 420 mark. So that's going to be our little fun time for the 420 event.
You should name it 420 Shades of Blaze.
I
have a decal for that.
I will be in Tennessee at the end of the. Oh, you fell asleep? Well, Spirit, that is okay because you know something? That's one of the things we talked about. I've been feeling tired myself. In fact, we're going to be ending this soon because I'm actually exhausted again, and I shouldn't be exhausted. So wait a minute. Thrifty Mom got married on June 7th. And June 6th is Anytime Picker's birthday, which means you are Gemini, so am I. I'm June 20th. My birthday's coming up on June 20th.
I'm a Pisces.
Fishies.
The Pisces.
Fishies. All right, so we've got the 420. And also don't forget on every Tuesdays, Des and I do a mental health discussion. It's an open topic. We invite guests if you want to be on. We talk about anything, and it's everything and anything in a safe place to talk about things that make us go crazy.
I got a new name for it.
Oh, you got a new name? What's the new name?
Yep, the new name, Finding Your Peace Mental Health Sanctuary.
There we go. Finding Your Peace Mental Health Sanctuary. Thank you, because I'm the one that says things that make us go crazy. No, we're not going crazy.
Make you go
crazy. Stop making crazy.
But yeah, that is the new title of Tuesday night's show.
And this one's the Let's Get Chattin', but we chat about paranormal stuff.
Yeah, here we get to be wild and crazy. There we get to be supportive and. Mm-hmm. What we got to do to help you out.
This is the show where you say, Melanie, you're crazy. And then Tuesday's the show that says, but we welcome you and we encourage you and we
and we love you. She's got to get all her out on Tuesday, and then here she can go wild and out.
But guys, I want to thank you. I know we're ending this a little early, and I know we were a little unprepared, but that is okay. Next week, like I said, we're going to be doing Sirens, Mermaids, and the Bermuda Triangle. So
the
definitely
Bermuda Triangle, the ley. What did you call those?
No, ley lines is that's a completely different topic.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're not going to include that with the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah,
let's just say it'll be interesting.
It's all about being wet. We're gonna get wet next week.
Yes, and I can tell you guys or actually share with you guys my story.
Yes, she has stories.
I have a story.
Okay, well, we're gonna have many stories. We'll
but my grandfather was also in the Navy, so I can't promise you that the stories that my grandfather told me are true or not.
In the Navy. Well, speaking of which, okay, I do have something before we go. Actually, I shouldn't even say this, but something to look up for those of you is Mandela effect. Look up dazzle ships. That's all I have to say.
Yep.
Do your research on dazzle ships, because did you realize in World War I, ships were brightly colored, psychedelic painted dazzle ships that dazzled and glowed like a disco.
They blended.
Yes. And that upsets me so much. Because if I question to you, what color were the warships during World War I, you probably would say like ugly gray or green. Like they are now.
Battleship gray.
Yes, like battleship gray or that ugly green color or that bluish. No, they were psychedelic rainbow trippy acid drips. And they were called dazzle ships. Take care, Thrifty Mom. Have a good one and good luck with your whatnot sale.
Yes, go enjoy your show and we'll stop in and say hi.
Right. Which do we still have the link? Did we put that back up or it's all the way up top?
I think it's all the way up top.
All right. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, here it is. If anybody wants to go check it out, there's the link. Just scroll on up. She's going to be on whatnot. That's Thrifty Mom. All right, guys. So we're going to end it here. We want to thank you so much for attending. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Lots of love. Patrick, he's flying by to say hello, but that's okay. Give the thumbs up. We are saying good night and have a great time. Take care, everyone.
Bye. Much love.
Much love.